Are we
Going
live?
live.
Are we?
We're
We're
live.
live. Hello, folks. Bill and Brian with Energy Road. Today we're doing something new. We're going to introduce you to us, but Brian's going to introduce me, and I'm going to introduce Brian. And Brian gets to go first. But first, roll the logo, Brian.
Okay. So I get to go?
Yeah,
It's my turn?
that's right. You got my
Okay.
resume in front of you there, so you can get all the good stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm actually going to introduce you by one thing. But listen, folks, Bill and Brian with Energy Rogue, we're here to arm people in the energy industry with information about fundamentals, supply, demand, so on and so forth. And if you're curious about it, go to energyrogue.com, reach out to us. The links are down below. But today, before we get to the oil market shockwave, which maybe that's why you clicked on the button, brace yourself for $50 to $200. We're going to introduce you to Bill and Brian. So, who's Bill? Bill is somebody that has been in the energy industry, I think, since dinosaur age. Like actually, when the petroleum went into the ground, the dinosaurs actually, like Bill interacted with the dinosaurs, fed them to make sure that they had a lot of food so that they could create a lot of oil later in life. So he's been in the oil industry from the inception. And I think the simplest way to describe Bill is that there is not a function within the oil and gas and processing and pipeline infrastructure that Bill has not touched, negotiated, managed, handled in operations. And as I'll leave you with this, Bill is somebody I classify as he's going to tell you something, it's going to be crazy. It's either going to be crazy good or just plain crazy. So you got to listen to what Bill has to say. So that's my introduction to Bill. I think he's on this side. So if it's on this side, great. But
So it's my turn.
yeah, it is your turn. It is your turn.
Hello, folks. Let me tell you about Brian Pierre. There's one thing you should never do, and I was told this for many years. You should never go in business with your friend. Brian Pierre is the one exception. He's one of the smartest guys I know. I knew him back when he knew nothing about the oil and gas
Hey, now
business.
you're not supposed to be serious, man. Like
And,
we're
and let me tell you, Brian has told many a lie when he didn't even know he was telling a lie because he didn't know what he was talking about. But he's much better now.
mentor, mentor, mentor.
Mental's more like it. Uh, Brian has completely obsessed when he trying to learn something, and this is what I've always appreciated about Brian. But let me tell you something. He's got a lot of information up in that head. And when he starts talking, you need to pay attention. And because he knows stuff that you just thought you knew. And if he doesn't know it, he will tell you, but he will find out. And that's what he does. He is one of those guys who digs and digs and digs till he gets the answer. Sometimes the answer is a little bit in right field or left field or whichever field that you think is out there. But he enjoys the hunt, and you just can't get that. And his integrity is high. That's one of the reasons why Energy Rogue, and that's one of the reasons I want to do business with a guy like Brian, and that's why he's my business partner, because together I know we can help people be successful in whatever they're doing.
Yep.
And so that's the Brian Pierre I know. Now you may know a different Brian Pierre, but that's the one I know. And that's why we have so much fun doing what we're doing.
Yep. Well, we have fun with each other and have fun with our customers. And what you see is what you get. If you don't like it, click off. There's tons of other
Yeah. There's
options that
a lot of talking heads out there.
there's a lot of talking heads. And here's one thing that you will not get from us, which is we are omniscient. Is that the word? Omniscient.
That means we're everywhere, Brian.
Omnipresent. But omniscient isn't that all knowing? Omniscient.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah. So, but what
Are you
you
saying
will
we're a
get,
know-it-all?
no, we are not. And we step out there, we make predictions, we make guesstimates. We're not financial advisors, but we make our predictions of the future. And that's what led us to the title that you see, the Brace Yourself for $50 to $200 a barrel. And we wanted to leave a few facts, and we are going to cover this in depth with our customers. And our customers only pay us $89 a month and get
Only $89 a month?
only $89 a month. And they get a 20-minute video every week plus 140 charts that we're actually going to step through to kind of talk through our thesis. And for $89 a month, our customers also reach out to us and have individualized, personalized conversations on something that they're presenting to their customers, to their management, to other people inside their company, or various places. But we're here to help you in that mission. So,
So let's talk about upcoming events, Brian.
yep.
Guess
So
where I'm going this week?
you're going to Houston, aren't you?
That's right. Houston
Okay.
Livestock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off.
Is there
I will
any
be there.
energy talk in Houston? Does Houston have any?
No, there's oil and gas talk.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So
I will be
where are you
there.
going in Houston?
Going to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off. I'll be at several tents. If you see me, come up, talk. Let's engage. Let's talk about the market. Let's talk about the gas. Let's talk about oil. Let's talk about LNG. Let's talk about helium. Let's talk about flying balloons. Whatever you want to talk about, we're willing to talk about. So that is Thursday night, this Thursday night.
Right.
In addition to that, Brian and I are speaking at the OEPA annual conference here in Oklahoma City. So
we're actually going to cover this topic in depth.
This is our title for our time that we get to speak on OEPA's annual conference on March 23rd. Is it 3rd or 4th? Whatever that Friday is.
24th. It is March 24th.
The reception's the 23rd. So come to the reception on the 23rd. We'll be sitting there talking to people. We will not tell you the secret about the 50 or 200. You have to come to the conference for that. But we'll be there talking about, so many different things. With
so
some
the
really,
link to this,
really interesting people.
The link to this to sign up is included in the live stream. And we are going to cover this topic in depth. And we're also going to be fielding questions, individualized discussions after the fact, because when we talk about $50 or 200, there are people that say 50 and there are people that say 200. And we're going to cover how it could be both within a 12-month period. So
shoot, that could be that. It could be both within a 30-day period, but we'll talk about that.
Yes. And you just navigate to that website and you click on this register now, and then you can come listen to us talk. So
we're looking forward to seeing people in person right there. Or if you're around barbecue cook-off on Thursday, look me up, text me, find me, do something. Send out. Probably shouldn't send out a balloon. It might be get attacked by a fighter pilot. But let's connect, because we're excited about what we do. We love what we do, and we feel like that we have value to add to you, not just to your company, but to you personally, so that you can become a success.
Right.
So those are things we got coming up right away. So Brian, $50, $200, where, when, how? Is it a secret?
So, yes, and actually all of this can be constructed using the charts, which are interactive, which I'm showing the interactivity right now. This is for...
But you can have access to for only $89 a month.
Only $89 a month. And, I mean...
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for product placement.
You know what? I hate when people do the product placement.
Yes.
So Yeah, but I am just going to hold this prepared phase for a little while. No, but what we were taking a look at, and part of what led us here, is when you look at $50 or $200, both factors of the market, production and consumption, are super important. And what we drill into, pun intended, is the rig count, production, new production, declining production, and all of these charts. We're going to pick on the Permian today. So what we can see, this is the rig count dating back to 2007. And if we take a look at the time period from the COVID times to today, we've seen increasing rigs. Yeah. And from the COVID times to today, we have set new production highs for production. So people are like, well, we're going to go to $50, right?
Yeah,
But
hooray for oil.
when
We're going to go to
when you look at
$50.
these two charts, rig count and oil production, when you look at those two charts for the Permian, oil's going to 50, right? You've got increasing supply.
All because you want to save a couple extra pennies.
Yeah, well, at least your name isn't Michael Bolton.
So what we take a look at is we take a look at shale oil production decline, which again, I selected the Permian here. You can add different regions. You can take a look at one particular region. This is how much the oil price or the oil production declined. As you can see, we have sharply increased from 260,000 barrels a day per month that we're losing to 329. So I'm going to skip over that chart. But right now, we're bringing on 371,000 barrels a day. So if you have a decline of 335, people are like, so what? We have more oil supply. Well, take a look at this one. This is shale oil production net change. So that takes decline and new production. And what you can see clearly on this chart is after COVID, you got to ignore the peaks and valleys because of shut-ins, Texas power crisis, COVID. There's a lot of shocks in this, but if you extract that, you can see right before COVID, we were adding a lot of Permian production. Then it declined because a lot of activity stopped. And then it increased. And we've been between 75 and 100,000 barrels a day every month that we're adding. But wait a second, let's look at this. Since July of 2022, this is straight gone down. Do you know why that went down? Remember that date. What's the date?
July 2022.
Okay. So if you scroll down this
Wait, stop, Brian. Don't show them. Make them come to the meeting.
yes, you got to come to the meeting. Well, but that's not going to be the only thing. I don't mind closing the loop on this. Permian
Oh man,
ducts.
you're always closing loops.
Nah, I'm going to close the loop. But here's the thing. This is only one piece of the puzzle. We're only talking about the Permian here. We've got consumption. We've got support for both $50 and $200. And you'll find out more if you go to OEPA. But you can see we were bringing on a very large inventory of ducts until March of 2022. And how long, when a duct comes offline between when the rig was there, is it 3 months? Is it 90
Yeah,
days?
it's about 90 days to get it into production.
So when you have March or April, the drop off, we don't have an inventory of ducts anymore. And you can see that on this chart. And that's
Wow. That would make a great hockey movie.
It would. Yeah, because it went this way and then straight down.
Yeah, because the Mighty Ducks are gone.
This flattening right here, this flattening is because some of the motivation behind drilling and not completing is around reserves. So so some of it is just purely to take it from probable to proven. That's a preview of what we're going to discuss, and just one of the many things If you want to learn more, you can sign up for to go to the OEPA. You don't have to be a member, but you should be a member of OEPA because they really take pride in helping their members succeed in their business. So,
and if you have a vertical well in Oklahoma, these are the people you need to be aligned with. They're
right.
That's their specialty. They know a lot about it. They got a lot of producers there who can help you solve problems that you didn't even know you had yet.
Yep.
So
Yep.
OEPA, March 24th.
March 24th. You can sign up below.
24th?
You can reach out to us. It's 24th.
24th? March 24th?
24th.
March 24th.
March 24th.
All right. You guys got that date yet? March 24th.
What day is it?
That's on Friday, March 24th.
Yeah.
Or come early to the reception on March 23rd and we'll sit down and talk.
Yeah.
So March
and you can also
24th
reach out to us and we'll fill you in. You can reach out to us. Our email is down below. That email gets to both Bill and myself. And so
OEPA annual convention, and then this Thursday, if you're at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off, look me up. Try to find me. I will be there somewhere. I mean, it can't be too hard. There's only like 50, 60,000 people there.
Branded from Where's Waldo to Where's Bill?
Yeah, exactly. Where is Bill? And don't holler out Bill because there'll be a lot of people answer.
Yeah, exactly. So tell you what, thanks so much. Really appreciate you. We went a little long today, but I think it's worthwhile to dive into this. And if you want to learn more, come or reach out to us personally. We'd be happy. For our members, we reach out to them personally one by one, and we will be covering this with our members. So
if you want to know about Brian, ask me. Don't ask anybody else. I'll give you all the down low or the low down or whatever it is. If you want to know about Brian, ask me. Brian Pieri Esquire.
Well, and I like the Esquire. Makes me feel fancy.
You so
like
fancy.
You so fancy. So tell you what, thanks so much. Really appreciate you. Any closing thoughts, Bill?
No, I have opening thoughts, but no closing thoughts. Sorry.
Okay. So March 24th, click the link below or reach out to us, and we look forward to seeing you there.
See ya.